Hi, welcome back to Around Town, and I'm standing on top of the Kalmar Nyckel. We're afloat, but we ain't sailing nowhere because they're coming into the Wilmington dock. You've been out, this Captain Hiott, of course, you've been out at seas now, and how's it sailing?
Wonderful. We've been gone 6 weeks. We've been to Lewis, to Philadelphia, to Norfolk, to Baltimore twice. And we've seen some sights and had some weather, and we've had a good time.
Yeah, and I was talking to some of the crew members earlier, and they said that you got to go under sails for like 8 hours, just sail all day, just shut the engines off and everything down, and just enjoy the way it used to be.
The last 2 days have been really, really grand for this last week's crew. Each week I have pretty much a different crew of volunteers. This last 2 weeks really were the best.
Now, I know that it's mostly a volunteer crew, so each and every journey that you take, it's got to be different people on there, so you got to learn different working habits once again. So that's got to be a lot of fun in itself.
It's hardest on the mates to retrain them every week, but they're all very good at it. So it's definitely better for me to have good officers.
Now I'm wondering, because I see so many different styles of people on the boat and talking to different ones, they hold different jobs and everything. Are they kind of using this as vacation and saying, hey, I'm going to go out on the Kalmar Nyckel for a week?
A lot of them are burning up their vacation time on this, but they're a great bunch of people. All of them are. We're going to run the class, the sail training class again, starting in mid-August.
Yeah, that's what I want to get into. That's something that if you're out there and you're watching this right now and you want to get involved with the Kalmar Nyckel, you missed the hard work part of it. I shouldn't say that, because when you get out at sea and you start running into some different situations, I mean, there's some work involved.
There certainly is. You have to scramble, you have to know where you're going and what you're supposed to do, and not hesitate.
And that's, of course, by the orders of the Captain Hiott himself here, because I hear you everywhere they're going, no matter what it is. You're kind of, barking out the orders there so that you can remind them, hey, you guys got to do this, got to do that, and then checking everything, because you're working with a makeshift crew once again.
Mostly, like I said, though, I have good officers, and they do have to retrain them every week, but they're pretty good at it. Basically, I am on 24-hour duty, on call most of the time. I get to sleep occasionally, but not necessarily very often.
Now the nice thing about it is now you're coming back. You're back at Wilmington. You're going to be here for a little bit. When's the next voyage, and what takes place between now and then?
At this point, we're going to be home for 3 weeks. We plan on leaving the evening of the 6th of July, that's tentative, to go to Glen Cove, Long Island. We will be leaving either the 6th or the 7th and going up there through like the 10th through the 15th.
Now you got a European trip to plan later on in the future here?
It's still in the works, but nothing's definite yet. We have a standing invitation to both Kalmar, of course, and Stockholm. We'd like to do it in the summertime, but we'll just see if the money comes in.
Exactly, if you want to give some money too, that's what. And one of the nice thing about it is, why it's docked in Wilmington for the 3 weeks there. Of course, you're still in command of the ship, but kind of relinquish it to the dock itself. And if people want to come on for tours and things like that, it's available for them.
That it is. We'll be open starting in the morning. Normal hours are 10 to 4. We'll be there. The tour guides take you on board the ship.
Yeah, do you kind of get a break, or you have?
I get to take a little break. My wife and daughter, who've been in Texas all of this time, this winter and spring, and they're supposed to be at the party this evening. We've got to get set up housekeeping and such.
So you got to be somewhat excited just to see the little one once again.
Oh, absolutely.
So much for the wife. I know how that is.
I'm be glad to see her too.
I can imagine, because it's a tough job, and I once again want to thank you for you left Galveston, came up here to take over the ship, and this is going to be a long-term duty for you, and lots of success excelling out there. And once again, if people want to get involved with it, there's still time for them to do so. I guess you and your officers both hold a training courses.
Yes, we do. They work with me, and basically I wrote the basic curriculum, but we'll be tweaking it with their input. They've come from different ships. They've all worked for me before in one capacity or another in different ships, but they've learned other things since.
Yeah, so if you want to get involved with it, 429 ships is the number. Once again, 429-SHIP. Just pick up the phone, give them a call, talk to somebody there, and most likely you're going to be talking to a volunteer that did the same thing. So they need volunteers for all kinds of things. If you want to come out and tour the ship, like I said, for the next 3 weeks, it is here in Wilmington, Delaware, so it's your opportunity for a set sail again, and it's got to be nice. One of these times, we got a lot of shots of the ship sailing without the sails under the motor, so one of these times we're going to try to catch you at the right time out at sea there and get a plane flying overhead. We had one today, took some nice shots, but still without those sails up.
The last 2 days, you missed it.
Yeah, we're going to catch that, but once again, thank you for taking the time out. I know you got to get back to work because we got to go to a pig roast, I believe it is. That's Captain Hiott once again. So right now we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with you right after this.